In the late 1800s, life was very hard. Thousands of ladies found themselves starving and living on the streets. One such lady, Mary Ann Nichols, found herself walking alongside of them in Whitechapel, one of the poorest communities in London. Then one night it began. Mary Ann Nichols met her end at the hands of the very first recorded serial killer, Jack the Ripper, giving her the title of being the very first victim. This is Mary's story told by all of the folks that took part in it. The program you're about to watch has nudity, graphic violence, and gore. It should not be viewed by minors whatsoever. Let's listen to it and see exactly what we captured from Jack the Ripper. See, they do call me Jack of the Dead. Birthday boy. I told you guys they know everything about your life. Today's my birthday. I'm Jack the Ripper. Jack the Ripper, I am Jack of the Dead. I want you to come forward and talk to me. I know who you are. I know you can hear me. Come forward and talk to me. I'm Jack the Ripper. I'm behind you. I like you. He talks to us. He doesn't judge us. Jack, can you see me right now? Yes. What color shirt do I have on? Yes, a blue one. Jack, how many fingers do I have up right now? 2. Jack, what do I have around my neck? Cross. What color is my cross? Black and silver. Okay, Jack, I'm going to stop just for a second so I can show the people watching the color of my cross, okay? Alright, thank you for answering my questions. I'm sorry for the pause, but I just wanted to let these guys know that, man, I'm not alone. You are standing right here with me and talking to me, okay? Yes, we are here with you. Well, I absolutely believe that you are, and that's why I'm doing this, because I believe there is life after death, and I want to prove there is to the people that are out there. So thank you very much for helping me prove that. I could have killed you by pushing you down the stairs. Well, I appreciate you guys not wanting to do me harm, because you know what? I'm not here to do anybody harm. I'm just simply trying to ask you guys questions to find out what happened, and then get your answers and then share with the world, okay? That's fine, Jack. We like you talking to us. You're a good man. Thank you for talking to us. I'm not mad, I'm just trying to concentrate. That light over there is shining through my monitor and blinded me, so I'm squinting. So you're not mad? I'm just having a hard time seeing this part of my screen over here. Well, I do want to see. She says, what does it matter if you can see? I want to be able to see this over here, because that's where I'm listening to you, and that's where we're communicating, so I can pick out where you're speaking, so I can hear you and understand and have a conversation with you. You want to be able to have a conversation with me, right? Yes, we do. There's another one here, Mary. I'm going to go right over here and I'm going to ask, what's Mary's full name? Mary, what is your full name? Mary Ann Nichols. That was the first Jack the Ripper victim. Hello, Mary. How are you doing today? Thanks for doing this, Jack of the Dead. Mary Ann Nichols, where were you born? London, England. Thank you for doing this for me. Ask your questions. Mary, when were you born? August 26, 1845. Mary, what was your mother's name? Carolyn Webb. Mary, where were you murdered? On Bucks Row, Whitechapel. Mary Nichols, what color was your hair? Brown, Jack. Mary, what color were your eyes? They were brown too. How tall were you? 5'2". Mary, what kind of work did you do? Domestic servant. Mary Nichols, were you married? Yes, I was. His name was William Nichols. Be careful of him. You talking about be careful of your husband William? Yes, he used to hit me. There is no way that a man should hit his wife. I don't care what the reason is. Thank you, Jack. I needed to hear that. You're a good person. Did you have any children? Yes, I did. 5 children. Mary, what did you enjoy doing? Prostitution is all I could do. I earned lots of money doing it. Did you like to go for a walk in the park, or sit and feed the birds at a statue, anything like that at all? Go to a museums, anything? Walked the city. I enjoyed doing that. I know that a lot of historical buildings in London, so I'm sure there was some absolutely beautiful structures that you could see there. Yes, there was. Mary, who killed you? Aaron Kosminski. He was Jack the Ripper. Mary, what was your favorite food? There were so many foods that I liked. Did you like liver? Yes, I liked liver. It's good for you. You know, Mary, that's what my mom used to tell me. I couldn't swallow it. She would get so mad at me. She would say, "You're going to sit at that table till the sun goes down." And I'd be sitting there for hours and she'd say, "You're going to sit there till the sun comes up." I'm like, "Alrighty, I'm not eating it." So eventually she would take it away and eat it herself. You're a funny guy, Jack. You make me laugh. Thank you. You're a good person for doing this. Mary, what kind of alcohol did you like to drink? I liked rum. No one has asked me that in a long time. Well, if I could, I'd give you a glass of rum right now. Mary, when was the first time you saw Aaron Kosminski? When he killed me. That's when I saw him for the first time. Thank you. Mary Nichols, did you like Whitechapel? Yes, I did. I like to hustle. Mary, did you know any of the ladies that Jack the Ripper murdered before you were murdered? I did. Which of the other 4 ladies did you know? Annie, Elizabeth, and Catherine, Mary Jane. That's what I thought when I was doing the research on finding out where all of you ladies were living. It seemed like you're basically all living in the same neighborhood. I mean, the same blocks. At least at one time you all lived on the same street. So I was like going, you had to know each other. Yes, we did. We were good friends. Mary, did you see the knife before Jack the Ripper killed you? Yes, I did. Scared the shit out of me. I knew he was going to kill me when I saw the knife. Mary, were you drinking when Jack killed you? You were with Nathan? You were out having a few drinks with Nathan before you ran into Jack the Ripper? He was a client. That's crazy that you knew that. About me. Well, I try and find out as much as I can about someone, so when I try and talk to you, it's like I already know a great deal about you, so it helps me to actually become friendlier with someone than just, trying to throw mad dog questions at people. I appreciate that. That's why you're Jack of the Dead. Mary Nichols, what day did you die? August 31st, 1888. Mary, what time were you murdered? I don't know. I didn't have a watch. It was dark out. I went downhill. I had to sell my watch. To eat. Mary, what was the weather like when you were murdered? August 31st, 1888, the minimum temperature in Whitechapel, London was 46.7 Fahrenheit. That day there was a heavy thunderstorm in London, which vivid lightning and loud thunder. The storm brought torrential rain and serious flooding. It rained hard that day. Yes, it looks like it had a pretty good light show there too with all of the lightning, right? That's right, Jack. There was a lot of lightning during the day. Was it still raining when Jack the Ripper killed you? It had stopped raining when he killed you? Mary, what was your maiden name? Mary Ann Walker. I'm standing right next to you. Mary, why did your marriage end? Because he smacked me. Often. Mary, before you died, what kind of work were you doing? Prostitution. A cleaning person. For the Jewish people. Where were you staying the summer of 1888? Common lodging house. 18 Thowell Street. Whitechapel, London, England. Who did you share the bed with at Common Lodging House on 18 Thall Street? Emily Nellie Holland. When you left that common house, where did you move to? Alternate common lodging. Mary, the night that you were murdered, what pub did you visit? Frying Pan Public House. The night that you were murdered, the superintendent asked you to leave because you couldn't pay him. What did you tell him? Soon I'll have my DOS money. Mary, right before you were murdered, you talked to Emily. What did she try to get you to do? I didn't see her that night. It was the night before I died. She was confused on the day. Right before you were murdered, did you say anything to Jack the Ripper? Don't kill me, I'm begging you. But he did anyway. Mary, before Jack the Ripper killed you, did he say anything to you? Yes, he did. I'm gonna kill you now, whore. Mary, did you know your killer? No, I didn't know him, Jack. Mary, what would you like the people listening to this to know before we go? Anything you want to tell me? Now's the time to do it. Thank you for listening. I don't know what to say. I really like you. You're a good person, Jack. Thank you for telling my story, Jack. Jack, how did you kill Mary? I cut her throat first. Then I cut her face. Then I cut her open. A lot. Jack, what did you do to Mary Nichols' vagina? I stabbed it 2 times. It was ugly. It was a hairy one. I beg your pardon. It wasn't pretty. It was mine. Don't worry, you'll see it. Jack, what body part did you take from Nichols? I just killed her. That's all I did to her. He killed me. Yes, I did. I cut her stomach open. I put her guts on her shoulder. If you count that. She smelled gross. Hey, don't judge me. She's thinking I'm the one that said that. I'm just repeating what he told me, that's it. I'm not judging you. Okay. Thank you, Jack. I am trying to talk to the doctor that was in charge of overseeing Mary Ann Nichols' autopsy. If you would please come forward and tell me your name. I'm Dr. Lowellyn. What can I do for you? When you saw Mary Ann Nichols for the first time, what was your impression of the wounds that she sustained? Absolutely horrible. Doctor, what kind of knife do you believe was used on Mary Ann Nichols? There were a lot of knives that could do that to her. Doctor, you said there was a lot of knives that could have done this. Do you believe this was a very sharp knife or just the average pocket knife that someone would carry around in their pocket? Average knife? It wasn't that sharp, Jack. Doctor, did you believe that the person that killed Mary Ann Nichols was possibly a doctor? Yes, I did at the beginning. Can you describe the wounds to Mary Ann Nichols for me? I can try to. What, if any, wounds were caused to her face? There were 2 cuts to her face. They were clear to the bone. They were about 2 inches apart. About 3 inches long. Can you describe the wounds to her neck? There were 2 slashes. They cut everything. Clear to the bone again, Jack. When you first saw Mary come in, did you see any other wounds to her besides her face and neck? No, I didn't. I read that you went home, is that correct? That's correct. I went home to get some sleep. Who found the wounds to her abdomen? And how long after you got home before you were called back to the hospital? About 10 minutes. Doctor, when you got back to the hospital, did you remove her clothes or were her clothes already removed from her? Spartland had taken them off of her. Is that a normal practice back then? Was the police officer would take the clothes off of a victim? No. Why would he take her clothes off to inspect? Did you see blood on the abdomen caused him to lift up the clothing? That's what he said. Can you describe the wounds to her abdomen for me? She was cut from her breastbone to her pelvis. Was it like a nice clean cut all the way through, or was it just like... He had hacked her open. So it wouldn't have been, somebody that did surgeries with a nice clean cut all the way down, is what you're saying. That's right, that's what I saw. Was there any of her organs or any body part missing from Mary? No, there wasn't. Not with Mary. She was only dead a few hours, right? That's what I figured. 3 hours. Doctor, were any of the organs pulled out at the scene? I mean, if you didn't know that she had been cut in the abdomen, there would have been no body parts left at the scene on her shoulders or any outside of her body at all, correct? That's correct. The killer basically cut her throat, then cut her face, and then pulled her skirt up, hacked her abdomen open, and then what? Did he pull her flesh apart so he can just see inside? Is that what happened? That's what happened. When you were doing the autopsy, were there any photographs taken of her body before and after you did your job? Yes, there were several pictures taken of her. Did you ever meet the killer, Jack the Ripper? Yes, I did, in the hospital. Which hospital did you see Jack the Ripper? Levin's Den. What was Jack the Ripper's name? Aaron Kosminski. Did he ever tell you that he was Jack the Ripper? Yes, he did. Do you remember what day he told you he was Jack the Ripper? I don't remember the date. Do you remember the month and maybe the year? 1889. Told you he was Jack the Ripper. What did you do with that knowledge? I told the police. Do you remember what police officer, detective, who you talked to about this? Sir Charles Warren. Was that enough to bring charges against him? Yes, it would have been. Why didn't they bring charges against him then? He was insane. So even though he did this heinous crime and he was insane, that meant that they couldn't prosecute him? Is that what you're telling me? Yes, that's right. Even though you knew the identity of Jack the Ripper, police didn't let that information out? That's correct. They chose not to. May I ask, why would they not want people to know that Jack the Ripper is captured? He's in a mental institution so the people living in London could breathe easier? I don't know why they didn't do that. Doctor, did you actually work on any of the other Jack the Ripper victims? Yes, I did. Doctor, thank you for your time. Is there anything that you would like to tell the people watching this story, what they would like to know about you and what you thought about the death of Mary Ann Nichols? I was sad for her. It was awful living with this, Jack. Who was the person in charge of Mary Ann Nichols' murder case? Mary said they didn't have anybody. Then you can hear a male's voice say, "Yes, we did." Let's go back here. Since they said they had somebody, let's ask. Who was in charge of Mary Ann Nichols' murder? The whole police force. You said the whole police force, is that correct? Yes. Can I get you to speak up and answer me? People would really like to hear from you, so can you tell me, was there any one police officer, inspector, in charge of investigating Mary Ann Nichols' murder? There was no one. Who am I talking to? What is your name? Sir Charles Warren. Sir Charles Warren, were you ever in charge of investigating Jack the Ripper murder cases? Yes, I was. Can you tell me who was investigating her crime? The whole police force. I get it. There was only one murder at this point, so you probably didn't have anybody specifically in charge of this crime. But was there anybody like in the homicide division that, you know, was heads up on this crime? Of course there was. Who was that person's name? Was there a file on his desk? There was no file. How did you keep track of the information about the case? I understand. We didn't do that back then. Is there anything that you can tell me on what you thought? I mean, did you actually see Mary Ann Nichols' body? Yes, I did. Sir Charles, did you ever talk to Aaron Kosminski? Yes, I did. Did you think when you first talked to him that he could be Jack the Ripper? He was from Poland. He was the killer. When you spoke to Aaron Kosminski, was it at the police station or out on the street? At the police station. Did he have a knife on him when you brought him to the police station? Yes, he did. What kind of knife was he carrying? It was a pocket knife. How long was the blade of the knife? About 6 inches.
When you saw her body, what did you think of the killer?
I thought he was a monster.
Did you think it was a doctor that murdered Mary Ann Nichols?
At first we did. Then I met Aaron Kosminski.
Did you have any suspects for Mary's death?
A bunch of them.